Is LinkedIn worth it for a software engineer? Is it worth you spending your time on LinkedIn filtering through the jobs, or talking to the recruiters, or writing content, or sharing and reposting things? Who knows, right? Well, we do, and we're going to tell you it today. So tune on in if you want to learn more about how it can help you as a software engineer, because there's a lot more where this came from. And if you want more things like this in the future, make sure you hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and notification bell for more. So let's dive into LinkedIn. It's something that I know you've wondered, something I know a lot of people wonder, because as much as you might see me on LinkedIn, by the way, check me out on LinkedIn, post a lot of great stuff over there, you more than likely have asked that question. And you see people like me and you're like, oh, he uses it well and he gets a ton out of it, but you can get a ton out of it too. It's understanding how to make the most out of that. And I'm going to do that in these upcoming videos. You're going to see, because once you learn how to use LinkedIn, it becomes totally worth it. But I want to answer some questions in this video that I know you've had. And so we're going to start with them right now. And one of the questions that I believe you are going to have is, okay, is it worth it? You're trying to answer this question, but I have this question of, do I honestly need it as a software engineer? And I would say yes, because it is one of the only places where you are going to find the recruiters in bulk. Now, I have seen the stories and I have interacted with the recruiters on Twitter. I have interacted with them in other areas outside of LinkedIn. And you can find them there. But let's be very clear, very, very clear. LinkedIn gets paid a lot of money to give the right candidates to the right recruiters at the right time. They make a lot of money off that. A lot of, if not all, recruiting agencies generally signed up for a LinkedIn membership because they have access to the best candidates. So when we think about, do you need it, to answer that question, hell yeah, you need it, because that's where they're at. Now, another question, but okay, I need it, but is that actually good for me? I would also argue for that question, yes, because one of the things and tips and tricks I like to point out that you'll see in another video, but I'm just going to briefly touch on now, is content. Creating content is needed. And I don't mean you need to be this crazy content creator. You need to start up a YouTube channel. You need to do what I'm doing here. No, but you need to make content to show your expertise or show the lessons you're going through. Because as I was talking about how the recruiters are hanging out, how do you get more of them to come to you? Well, if you architect your profile towards recruiters and towards hiring managers, and how you do that is, well, there's lots of videos on this channel how to do it, but how do you validate that is if you go to your profile and go down to your stats, you're going to see it shows the type of people that show up. Full circle, if you come back and you write content and you know you've architected your profile so that recruiters like it and you're making content towards it, well, when you make content, who is the first people LinkedIn's going to refer you to? This is why it's good for you. Get you to show your expertise, get you exposures to recruiters and potentially other developers and like-minded communities of engineers. So that is absolutely huge for you. So can LinkedIn also help me get a job? It's another great question I imagine you're having right now. And the answer to that is, hell yeah, that totally can. Now I get that it sounds right now like everything I say is just pro LinkedIn and LinkedIn's amazing. No, LinkedIn has its negativities and has its problems. Don't get me wrong. There's things I would change in a heartbeat because I don't understand how it works that way or why they're so kind of private about every last little thing they do, or some of the user experiences that just make no sense. But can it help you land a job? Yes, because the recruiters are there. The job postings are there. And what they're starting to do is starting to use the skills and some of the links to help signify what jobs are best for you. And at the same time, you can use it and search through it, talk to recruiters, network, communicate, and ultimately it's built a kind of a channel of communication for you to get in front of the people that matter most. And a majority of all professional people, which as a software engineer, you're dealing with a lot of professional people, basically everyone, this is the place they're going to be. And so it can help you land a job through those recruiters. It can help you land jobs through applying to jobs. It can help you with easy applies. Hell, it can even help you get noticed for making your content, engaging with people. You're starting to see where I'm going with this and all the things you kind of need to do. But this is how you can use LinkedIn to help you start getting a job. And I say start, it can help you get it. So when we think about LinkedIn in general, for this video to answer the question, is it worth it for a software developer to be on LinkedIn, using LinkedIn, and actively engaging with it? It's a simple answer, yes, for all the reasons I've laid out. But I'd say the most important one that is underestimated is networking with recruiters. Quick little tip. If you use advanced search queries in LinkedIn and you go up to the search bar and you search for a technical recruiter, and then you do an all uppercase and then you say in quotes, "we're hiring," you're going to force a search for people that are technical recruiters and that are hiring. If you narrow it down to your area in the field of technology you want, I bet you right now you'll find about 50 people. And that's when I was living in Boston, I found on average 50 people anytime I did this search. Now you might be in a smaller area that only has 10 to 20, but those are 10 to 20 to 50 leads right now that can help you get a job. Because why? You know they're hiring, you know they're interested, and you know they're willing to talk to you. And I think that's part of the problem that we deal with at times as software engineers when we're searching and we're getting no traction is, who do we talk to? Who can we talk to get some traction? And this is one of the easy ways, and ultimately it answers that question of, is LinkedIn worth it for software engineers? So I encourage you today to check out the rest of the videos to your side. There's a ton going on. I talk a lot about LinkedIn. It's one of my favorite ways to help people grow and help people to get the job they're looking for. Now, it's more than you need than just this on its own, but it's extremely useful to do. I'm going to leave it there. Remember, if you like this content, subscribe, hit the notification bell up above, and I'll see you in the next video.